So the first thing I can explain you guys is some principles is really important to follow. Okay. Usually people who play Spider Lasso, okay, they actually usually is going to start with the spider, and they're going to find a way to break the grip, one of the grips, and then you're going to start to throw the lasso. Okay, usually that what happens during sparring. Okay, you don't end up with the lasso right away. Okay, come back here. When a person plays spider or Spider Lasso, try to avoid be like a knees on the floor or one knee up, one knee down. It's better pass standing. Okay. When you beat super small like that and the person starts to overextend the legs, you guys gonna start to fall into the side. It's almost impossible to pass this type of guard if you have your knees on the floor. Okay. So I really like to be more. When I see myself in the spider, I like to be in this position. Because from this position, I'm really small. It's hard to control my legs, and then I can start to move myself back. Okay. When guys start to pick a side to play spider, I know that's the side is gonna try to break the sleeve. I already expect that. When it start to break, standing get a grip in the collar. That's what most people do. The person will get a lasso if you do that. You need to try to avoid that grip. Okay. I know feels like it's the right thing to do, to be safe, but at the same time you give the person what they want. When they break the grip, I need to start to move myself back. Okay? In the same time I move myself back, I know he's gonna be pulling and he's gonna try to throw the lasso. And I overextend my arms. Look at what I do with my arms. Standing, just keep tight. Put more clutch. Yeah. Standing be like here, like over him. I move back and I overextend my arm. Because that way I create some tension on his grips. Okay? And this is enough to start to circle my hands outside when he's throw the lasso. When I start to walk my hands outside, I'm gonna try to walk my hands close to his knee, and I need to expect he's gonna try to regrip. When he's trying to regrip, that's the time I'm gonna move myself back. Okay, so don't let him get a grip again. And then I'm going to start to use like a Toriano motion, leg drag motion, throwing the leg to the side, and then try to close the gap. I explained this very simple option. Then I explain as well, when you throw this leg, you need to expect the person try to step this leg over. And when the person steps this leg over, you go to the option we did last week, the cross grip in the pants. You move a little bit back towards the hips and you cross grip in the pants. And then you start to go to the collar, and then you start to initiate the crazy dog pass. Okay? Also I explain when the person are able to get the lasso, and if you start to move back and you feel your hands are stuck, I like to use my knee behind his hamstring and grab my own pants like this. I make a grip with my own pants. Because that way I can do a little step with my outside leg, and my leg bring my hands outside. Look. I stepping out, and when I stepping out, I can circle my hands outside. Now it's the same thing. When I break, I move back. Okay? Then I start to initiate the scramble. Okay? So after that, I explain to you guys when you really get stuck, and you try to circle, that's what you're gonna try to do right away. But when you cannot move, you feel the person are doing a really good job and you feel like you're tight, you're stuck. Then you have to get a grip. The reason why I need to get a grip is to avoid the attacks the person can do with the lasso, right? The submission attacks especially. I really like to grab on the belt if the belt's tight, because it's close to the hips and my arm will be less exposed, okay? So the first option I explain is, I'm gonna try to remember all the options, but I'm gonna do my best. So grab the belt and try to close the elbow. In this case, when you are stuck, you need to understand the weak part of the position to the bottom guy is the spider side, not the lasso. The lasso is the strong part of the position. That's where I need to put my focus on. Escape from the spider. Okay? Few ways to escape from the spider. You guys can use your knee in the same side and then start to circle your hands. Or you guys can use this approach when you go across the way how we did today. Okay? The other thing you guys can do is try to step on the leg to break this grip. Okay? I really like to step across. Some people prefer to step same side. It depends of you. If you do that, then you need to try to put the focus and push this leg down. It's going to be more like a leg drag motion to defeat the guard. Okay? You did the two options as well. When I jump over this leg, after I escape from the spider, I start to go with my knee across. I still stuck with the lasso, but I already isolate one of his legs. Okay, one of his legs is done. Okay, it's not my arm anymore. Okay, people who play Spider Lasso, they don't deal very well when you start to get too close, and that's what you are doing here. Okay, I'll explain you guys. Usually the person is gonna try to keep the lasso and grab her ankle and sweep you towards this way. It's actually have two sweeps to work very well for him. Grab my ankle and open his knees and twist my knee, and then he's gonna top. Or he can grab my knee and sweep me towards the way, like a very simple sweep, but a very effective. You need to be aware about that. So I'm gonna, like when I get here, I'm gonna put a lot of focus and keep my base more wide towards this way, not towards him. And when I feel comfortable, the way how I'm gonna defeat the lasso, I'm gonna lean forward, bring this knee to the floor, and my armpit is gonna start to pass the line of his knee, look. I need to apply a lot of pressure with my knee down towards this way, and at the same time I go as far as I can go this way because I have a balance. There's no way to hit sweep me. Okay, here. And my armpit start to cover his leg. And when I get here, I grab either the bell or the head, and then I start to use the knee cut to pass. And after the pass, I start to walk my hands to break the grip. And then it's no longer lasso anymore. Okay, very technical option, but really good. Also, yesterday I shared the same approach, jumping over the leg, using the long step. Okay, maybe you try to go here and you feel stuck. To be able to do the long step, in the same time the long step, you need to bring your elbow back and circle your hands. I like to use the long step when the person is framing my chest, not when the person grabs my ankle. I feel if the person grabs my ankle, the other option is better, okay? Because the long step is important to this leg be a little bit more free. I'm gonna long step towards this way, in the same time a long step, I bring my elbow back and I circle my hands out. Like this. Look how my hands go out. When my hands go out, you can start to hug the head and establish the pass. Okay? Is the option we did today. Okay? So this was like the positions you saw during the week. Okay?